ground ball up the left side. Pass, rolling. One will score. It's in the gap. It gets by the outfielders. Jordheim goes back. Two will score. Here's a throw down to third. Not in time as Welsh.
Ivy throws it back in. We'll see if the relay comes home. It does not. It's an RBI single.
Called strike three.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to the third game today from Hendrickson Field in Enderlin, North Dakota. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show featuring the Enderlin Eagles and the Kindred-Richland Vikings in elimination game number 2 from the 2023 Region 1 baseball tournament. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes. Still to come today, we will have another elimination contest. The winner of this game will play Northern Cass after the Jaguars were able to hold off the Oaks Tornadoes by a final of 5-1 earlier today. And then in our semifinals for a little morning baseball, Central Cass topped the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers 6-2. So we're inching closer to find out who is going to join Central Cass and Oak Grove on Monday. Here's how the bracket has developed so far in the playing game on Tuesday between Enderlin and the Hankinson Fairmount Campbell Tinto Rosso Lidgerwood Ball Stars. It was a 5-4 win for Enderlin here at Hendrickson Field on Tuesday. Then on Thursday, we got things going with Fargo Oak Grove defeating Oaks 3-2. And the Grovers would then go on to defeat the Kindred-Richland Vikings 5-3. Mason Hermstead went 4-for-4 with a run driven in that contest for the Grovers. Well, for the Enderlin Eagles, after topping the Ball Stars, they lost in 5, 17-7 against Central Cass. The Squirrels will go on to win 8-5 over Northern Cass. The Braden Mitchell 2-run go-ahead homer in the 7th was able to lift the game for Central Cass, and then the Squirrels again able to defeat Oak Grove 6-2 earlier today. Northern Cass with a 5-1 win over Oaks. So now we have Kindred-Richland and Enderlin, the winner of this game, to play Northern Cass. You're probably looking closer to a 6-6-30 first pitch for that game. And then on Monday, the winner of the Jags and whoever wins this contest will play Oak Grove on Monday at 5, and Central Cass awaits in the championship. So that's a look at the Region 1 baseball tournament, what has happened and what is coming up. We'll take a quick break on our Irie Insurance pregame show. When we come back after this, get ready for the starting lineups. Also some other games going on across the region. We'll keep you apprised of that and more. That's all to come here on yourliveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com. Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As we continue here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, let's take a look at what's happened in some other regions so far here. In Region 2, Hillsborough Central Valley, a 10-0 over Maple River in 5. The Burros are playing the Mayport CG Patriots right now, and Hatton Northwood upended Larimore, the Polar Bears, as Hatton Northwood goes up against Thompson a little bit later on here as well. So that's a look at what's going on again in Region 2 for the Region 2 baseball tournament, and an update between the Patriots and the Burros. Top of the 5th inning, a good one. It's Mayport CG 4, Hillsborough Central Valley 3. So that's currently right now again in Mayville. Mayport CG 4, Hillsborough Central Valley 3, top of the 5th inning right now in that particular contest. We go from there to the Region 1 and Region 2 softball tournament brackets so far. Central Cass moves to the semifinals with a 10-0 win over Hankinson Co-op. They await the winner of our next game between Hillsborough Central Valley and Kindred-Richland. That's going on right now on yourliveevent.com with Kevin Kochman, and alongside with him you have Jake Berkmeyer in that particular coverage in the Region 1 softball tournament between, again, the Burros and the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Currently in the bottom of the first inning, it's Kindred-Richland 2, Hillsborough Central Valley coming to the plate. So the Vikings able to score 2 runs on the Burros here in that one. Then we go from there to Region 2 for softball. Thompson, no problem with Midway Minto in 5 today, 16-0. Pembina County North, Langdon area, and Moore-Munich, a combined 39 runs come across. Pembina County North 25-14. Grafton, last check, was leading Carrington, and then Mayport CG will go up against Larimore a little bit later on to close out the Region 2 softball tournament. So that, again, is the quarterfinals of Region 2. So as we continue to get some more scores coming in, we will continue to pass those along here on yourliveevent.com. Again, make sure you stay tuned to our coverage throughout this rest of today, and also Monday and Tuesday, and if needed on Wednesday in the Region 2 baseball tournament as well. We'll take one more break on our Irie Insurance pregame show. We come back after this. We'll get to the starting lineups here. It's the Enderlin Eagles and the Kindred-Richland Vikings, 13-2 Vikes against the 2-12 Eagles, next on yourliveevent.com.
Watch the 2023 North Dakota Shrine Bowl in conjunction with Three Borders Sports Network in your live event on Saturday, June 24th in Mayville.
Deutsch, you look to the left, and a nice little screen over on the near side. Getting away is Nelson down inside the 20, and he might score. He does. Down inside the end zone, and it's a 37-yard touchdown.
The 11-man game kicks off at 4 with the 9-man game to follow at 7. It's the Shrine Bowl with Three Borders Sports Network and yourliveevent.com. Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton, or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us, and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
As we come back here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, for all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. That again is irieins.com. It's the Kindred-Richland Vikings going up against the Enderlin Eagles here today for Hendrickson Field. A really gorgeous afternoon compared to what we had on Thursday here as we're past the 70-degree mark, currently 72, and the wind's kind of holding steady a little bit and tapered off a smidgen throughout here on this one, as well as we take a look as Ratlin and Scott Milbrown are exchanging lineups at home plate. Eric Olson is going to be part of our umpiring crew here as we take a look at who's calling balls and strikes. Brent Engelbretson will be calling balls and strikes, and then you'll have with him Tom Pirius and Eric Olson here today in this contest for our umpiring crew, as these three gentlemen will have the final two games of the day here in Enderlin. So that's a look again at our umpiring crew. Let's get into our starting lineups here. First, for the visiting but hometown Enderlin Eagles, they are the number 6 seed going up against the number 1 seed here in the Kindred-Richland Vikings. For Enderlin, they'll go like this: Anthony Wendell, the junior catcher; Carson Gruba, the freshman second baseman, followed by Cashton Wadeson, who will be on the mound in this one, the junior. A pitcher, Carson Bartholomew, the senior shortstop; Arna Dargo, the freshman first baseman; Aiden Glarum, the junior left fielder; Jake Simbira, the sophomore right fielder; Colton Iwan, the senior center fielder; and Braden Lemnis, the sophomore third baseman. So Wendell, Gruba, Wadeson, Bartholomew, Adargo, Glarum, Simbira, Iwan, and Lemnis on the way here for the Enderlin Eagles. For the Kindred-Richland Vikings, Mason Almaris, Jack Wold. Mason Almaris, the senior center fielder; Jack Wold, the junior second baseman. You have Jeremiah Doctor, the senior catcher; Max Upsgran, the senior first baseman; Jorgen Swenson, the senior shortstop; Kylan Swenson, his younger brother, in left field; Grant Spellhaug, the junior third baseman; Bryce Whipple, the junior designated hitter; Owen Hoyme, the junior right fielder; and Cody Thompson, again, the junior pitcher. So Almaris, Wold, Doctor, Upgran, Swenson, Spellhaug, Whipple, Hoyme, and Thompson here. The Kindred-Richland Vikings at 13-2, while for the Enderlin Eagles, again, they currently sit at 2-12. Recapping what happened earlier today, Jackson Porker, a complete game win for the Central Cass Squirrels. 7 innings of work, 4 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 6 walks. The Grovers able to score 2 runs, but Trey Hatfield went 3 2/3 innings of work, 5 hits, 4 runs against, no walks, and no strikeouts in the loss for the Central Cass Squirrels. Logan Broughton was really the offensive spark plug for them in 4 at-bats. He went 4 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 2 runs driven in for the Squirrels. From there, the Northern Cass Jaguars upended the Oaks Tornadoes 5-1. There was a combined 10 errors in that game. However, Northern Cass made the defensive player, made the pitch when they needed to minimize any big numbers coming across for the Tornadoes. As the Tornadoes left the bases loaded in the 6th, they got caught at home plate twice with outs. Northern Cass, the freshman Chris Hoyland delivered a 2 RBI, a base knock to make it 4-1, and that was in the 4th inning en route to a 5-1 win for Northern Cass. So again, that's a look at what happened. Now we get ready for Kindred-Richland and Enderlin. The winner of this game will play Northern Cass. If Enderlin wins, they'll be the visiting team. If Kindred-Richland wins, they will be the home team against Northern Cass as well. That does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. For upcoming hail and crop coverage that you're looking for throughout the summer, go online to the good agents and go online to irieins.com. That again is irieins.com. First pitch is next in Enderlin.
One size does not fit all. As a small business employer, you have many great benefit options. Hello, Angela here with the Irie Insurance Benefits Connect team. We know shopping for employee insurance benefits can be a confusing and intimidating task for employers. Not to mention one more thing on your plate. Let Irie Insurance Benefits Connect guide you through the process. We take a unique approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more, go to IrieInsurance.com.
As we get you set for this contest between the Kindred-Richland Vikings and the Enderlin Eagles, I'm Chase Miller. He's Joey Hughes as we get ready for this third game of the day from Enderlin. A gorgeous day to be outside, and in the Fargo-Moorhead area, couldn't ask for a better day for the Fargo Marathon, and just in the Red River Valley in general, couldn't ask for a much better day just in terms of the region, in terms of outdoor sports and getting out and enjoying the summer fun that is going to be around the corner here in this contest. And it's the Vikings and the Eagles here on YourLiveEvent.com. Kindred-Richland out in the blue tops with white pants. Vikings in cursive across the front in white with the white numerals for the Enderlin Eagles with the orange tops. Enderlin in orange across the front, outlined in black with the white bottoms and the black stripe on either side. 370 in left, 325 in center, 285 in right down the right field line. Then it kind of jets out into right field a little bit more from that. First pitch of this contest is at 4:06, and it's going to be hit, and that's going to be on the ground to Spellhog. Spellhog then is going to airmail that one, and rounding first on his way to second is going to be Anthony Wendell, and Wendell's going to hold up there. It's an air on Spellhog, and just like that, the Eagles with their leadoff man aboard here to start this contest off. So 4:06 first pitch again here in Enderlin, as Carson Gruba and Cashton Waits in the top of the lineup. And for the Enderlin Eagles, chance to make a play now with their leadoff man aboard here in Anthony Wendell to see what they want to do. First pitch is going to be in there for a strike at 0-1. Carson Gruba, the freshman second baseman. Take a look at how he's able to do against the Central Cass Squirrels. Able to have 2 runs coming across with 2 walks on Thursday. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one in there for a strike, now 0-2. Jack Thompson on the mound here for the Vikings. Doctor behind the plate. In left field is Kylan Swenson on Marison Center and Hoyme in right. Here's the 0-2 pitch upcoming. Swung on and missed, and getting the strikeout is Cody Thompson. 1 down now here in the top of the first inning. At left field, again, is Kylan Swenson, his brother, Jorgen, at shortstop. Will at second, Upgrand at first, and Spellhog here at third base for the Kindred-Richland Vikings infield. Whipple as the designated hitter. Cashton Waitson will step up. The opposite pitcher here, pitcher of record and the win against the Ball Stars back on Tuesday for the Enderlin Eagles. As Cody Thompson will look in here, and the 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. It'll be 1-1.com. For the Kindred-Richland Vikings, Wold and Jorgen Swenson so far have pitched in this tournament. Now you add Thompson. This one is going to be popped up, and you'll have Swenson coming over, and covering third base will be the third baseman Spellhog there, so there'll be 2 down now. It'll pop out to the shortstop as Carson Bartholomew, the senior shortstop, will bat on the right-hand side. Against Central Cass, Bartholomew went 1 of 3 with a double in the third inning against the Squirrels. Here's the pitch. Off speed in there for a strike, and so far Cody Thompson locating that off-speed breaking ball pitch. As the runner at second base and Anthony Wendell, Cody Thompson will try to strand him there. The Eagles looking to plate the first round of this Region 1 baseball contest in this tournament. Another breaking ball that'll miss inside at 1 ball and 1 strike. It's the Enderlin Eagles and the Kindred-Richland Vikings here today on YourLiveEvent.com. As Thompson looks back, this one will come in, and right between the numbers of the 1 and 6, Bartholomew will take a hit by a pitch. So now you'll have Oren Adargo, the freshman first baseman, coming up here for the Enderlin Eagles. So Adargo, we'll see Bartholomew at first, Wendell at second, as Bartholomew looks to be all right. And the pitch. This one will miss for a ball at 1-0 for the freshman first baseman. Aiden Glarum again due up next for the Enderlin Eagles. Outfield playing straight away here. Here's the 1-0 pitch upcoming. That'll be in there for a strike. Good fastball by Thompson at the knee at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to the number 5 batter in the lineup for the Enderlin Eagles. The 1-1. That'll be low out of the plate. Now 2-1. Horn was big base knock against Central Cass. Had a run scored. Double with 3 runs driven in on Thursday. Here's the 2-1 offering. Swung on and swung underneath the baseball there with Thompson. Making a good pitch, kind of running it in a little bit on Oren. Here's the 2 ball, 2 strike offering upcoming here to the freshman first baseman with runners at first and second. Strike 3 looking to retire the side. So Cody Thompson gets 2 strikeouts here. There are no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base on our Bank North scoreboard at the bottom of the first inning. Kindred-Richland coming to the plate next on your live event.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Bottom of the first inning we go here in the Region 1 baseball tournament. You're going to have Waitson taking the mound. He's thrown 85 pitches so far here for the Enderlin Eagles in this Region 1 baseball tournament, so he has 50 right on the money left here against the Kindred-Richland Vikings. You had Jake Simbura with 18 pitches, Gruba with 47, Bartholomew with 65, and Adargo so far with 38 in 2 games here for the Enderlin Eagles. This is game number 3 of the Region 1 baseball tournament for Enderlin, while for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, it is game number 2 here, as you have Waitson right now getting his final warm-up tosses in on this one. So Mason Almaris, Jack Wold, Jeremiah Doctor here batting 1, 2, 3. And then from there, Opgren, a pair of Swenson, Spellhaug, Whipple, Hoyme here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. So you'll have Mason Almaris again here batting leadoff here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Mason, Wold, and Doctor against Waitson, righty-righty matchup to start things off. That'll be in the dirt, missing for a ball now at 1-0. As you'll have Waitson on the bump here with the 1-0 offering upcoming. The fastball will run up, and that'll miss for a ball now at 2-0. As Waitson rocks and delivers. That'll miss for a ball, now 3-0. Mason Almaris with a walk, sacrifice fly, a single and another walk with a couple runs scored. Here's the 3-0 pitch upcoming. This is going to be hit, and that's a line drive shot right in front of the left fielder. A 3-0 pitch. Mason got the green light. He took full advantage of that one. 4 pitches and a batter on here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. So Wold will step up to the plate now for the junior second baseman here. And the runner at first base is Mason Almaris, being held on there by Adargo. Adargo at first, Gruba at second, Bartholomew at shortstop, Lemnis currently at third. Looking to bunt. Here's the pitch over to first. Going to be back in, no problem, on the pickoff throw. Glarman left field, Iwan in center, and Simbura is in right field here for the Enderlin Eagles. as you have Wadeson right now looking in with Wendell behind the plates. Here's the pitch. Going on the stolen base and going to get there no problem is going to be Mason. So he'll be at second base, and it'll be 1-0 upcoming here to Jack Wold. So 1-0 is the offering upcoming here. As the runner looks back, and the 1-0 pitch upcoming. That one's going to miss for a ball at 2-0. So Wadeson 3 straight balls to Mason Almaris. Now a couple of balls here to Jack Wold, runner in scoring position here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. As the Vikings looking to get the first run of this contest after you had a error getting Anthony Wendell to second base, and then Bartholomew was hit by a pitch. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, unable to come in to score for Enderlin as the Vikings looking to score the first runner on a Bank North scoreboard. This one jammed in with Wold, popped up, and it'll be out of play. But again, a gorgeous day here in Enderlin, North Dakota for the Region 1 baseball tournament. Green grass, feels like summer. We've had hints of it in the month of May where sometimes it's t-shirt short weather. At times you're bringing your parka back out. That's going to be in the dirt. And that'll allow the runner going to second to third base here for Mason Almaris. So now be 3-1. So Wold, we're working with a hitter's count here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. As now you'll have Mason at third base for the Vikings. Jeremiah Doctor due up next, and Max Upgrand here. Jack Wold picked up the loss against Fargo Oak Grove. At the plate, though, was productive. 2 of 3 with 2 runs driven in against the Grovers. The pitch going to be hit on the ground. That's going to be to the second baseman, Gruba. Gruba able to go for it 4-3 on the out, but it's a run driven in here for Jack Wold. The run scored for Mason Almaris. It's now 1-0 in favor of the Kindred-Richland Vikings. So Wold with the RBI here as the Kindred-Richland Vikings draw first blood on our Bank North scoreboard. You'll have Jeremiah Doctor, the senior catcher, stepping in here. The pitch on the way for Wadeson. That'll be out of the zone at 1-0. Doctor against Oak Grove, 2 of 4 from the plate with 2 singles in the first and the 7th inning back on Thursday. And so far, the pitch, this one is going to be hit in the air, and that's to left center field. That one could go, and that one is going to one-hop the wall. Rounding first, on his way to second is Doctor, and it's a double here as he splits the gap in left center field. So Jeremiah Doctor will go to second base here with the base knock, and then we'll have a courtesy runner coming on as well for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. As Opgrand stands up to the plate, as the Vikings will make a change here and have a runner in scoring position now. So good inside-out swing on the way as you have McDonald, the courtesy runner, now at second base. Jack at second. This one going to be in there for a strike at 0-1 to Max Upgrand, the senior first baseman, and batting cleanup here for the Vikings. So McDonald takes his lead. The pitch, I'll miss for a ball at 1-0. So Cashin Wadeson fell behind. Both Mason, Jack, and Jeremiah works ahead here on Upgrand. Now it's even at 1 ball and 1 strike as the righty here looks in. The pitch. This one is going to be in the dirt and go all the way to the backstop. Allow the runner to scamper down to third base here. Now 2-1. So again, with this particular game for Cashton Wadeson, 85 pitches where he started to throw after throwing that against the Ball Stars. So he just had a handful, well, I shouldn't say handful, he had a good chunk, 50, but right now a couple of 3-ball counts that we've seen from Mason and Jack has allowed the pitch count to rise here in the first, as this one will run in, miss for a ball. Now another 3-ball count. So 3 of the 4 batters have seen a 3-ball count here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. The winner of this game will play Northern Cass coming up next to conclude the Saturday portion of the Region 1 baseball tournament. Here's the 3-1 offering on the way from Wadeson. Swung on and miss. Nice fastball there from Cash. And now it'll be 3-2. Jorgen Swenson due up next for the Vikings. 3-2 pitch upcoming here as Waitson looks back the runner. In the 3-2. This one's going to be popped up, jammed. Wendell, we'll see if he has an opportunity at this one. And, well, just saw it there on our center field cam as he just ran out of real estate and ran out of room here, and we'll keep it at 3-2. Kindred-Richland, they can still host the championship round on Monday into Tuesday, but what they need to do is win against Enderlin, and then they need to beat Northern Cass. The highest seed, again, remaining, still would host on Monday. But for the Vikings, there's work to do in front of them. They have an early 1-0 lead here, looking to add on to it. Here's the 3-2 offering. That'll miss, and that'll be a strike 3. Excuse me, I thought that was a little from our advantage point with the delayed strikeout call from Brent Engelbrenson here. So that'll be a strikeout. Max Upgren is retired. Good pitch there by Waitson. Now it's to Jorgen Swenson. But there's an opportunity for Kindred-Richland again to host, but they have to win twice. What we know with Northern Cass winning earlier today is that if Kindred-Richland does defeat Enderlin, here's the pitch. That'll be into the backstop. Coming in to score from third base, standing up no problem, is going to be McDonald. And that'll be a run coming in for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. It'll be 1-0 now to Jorgen Swenson. So McDonald comes in to score, as that'll be on the wild pitch variety here in the top of the first inning. As you'll have a 1-0 offering here to Swenson. This will run in at the knee, now 2-0, but going back to the point of who would potentially host, if Enderlin were able to beat the Vikings, then beat Northern Cass, Central Cass would host the championship on Monday. This one will come in and run in and hit Jorgen. Hit by a pitch here as Jorgen will go to first base. But right now, Kindred-Richland controls their own destiny, and that's the same for Northern Cass, waiting to see the conclusion of this one. If the Vikings were to play Northern Cass, the winner of that game would both move on to Friday, but also would eventually host then on Monday, whether it be at Northern Cass if they can defeat the Kindred-Richland Vikings, or if the Vikings are able to win back-to-back games here. So we'll continue to apprise that as we move through this game, see what the second of the games are for either Enderlin or the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Here's the pick play. Going back is going to be Jorgen Swenson. Kylan Swenson due up next here for the Vikings. Kylan with a double, a sacrifice bunt, and a fly out with a run scored against Fargo Oak Grove. Runner's going to go to second base. Sliding in there, no problem. On the stolen base will be Jorgen Swenson. So Swenson gets in. Kylan Swenson has a chance to drive in his brother now. It's 0-1. Not drive his brother crazy. I'm sure they do that enough, just as brothers and sisters and siblings do at particular times. Runner in scoring position here for Kylan. Waitson, the 0-1. That'll miss for a ball at 1-1. Keep you apprised of the Kindred-Richland softball game that's going on as well against the Hillsborough Central Valley Burros. That's the 2-3 matchup in the softball in the final game in Kindred in the Region 1 softball tournament today. Currently between the Burros and the Vikings, it's 4-4 in the top of the third inning with one out, Kindred-Richland being the visitors going up against Hillsborough Central Valley. So Swenson takes his lead off a second. Here's the pitch on the way from Waitson. Swung on a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes upcoming now to Kylan. Taking his lead off a second again is Jorgen Swenson, as he would love to come in and get another run here in the top of the early part of the game. Off-speed pitch, going to be a grounder to the third baseman. Lemnis comes across, and that's going to be a throwing error, as that one brings the Adargo, the first baseman, off the first base line. So runners at the corners, a pair of Swensons on base, and now you'll have Garrett Spellhaug, the junior third baseman. able to have a good throw there with Lemnis to Adargo. You probably get him by a half step at first, but because Adargo has to come off, he did the smart play there, though, coming off, making sure that you're able just to get the baseball, not allow another run to come across. But the Vikings, with Spellhaug, with a chance to open this game up here in the bottom of the first inning here for Kindred-Richland. The pitch going to second base is going to be Kylan, as he'll be in scoring position, as that is a ball to the junior third baseman. Runners in the scoring position here for the Vikings, and Spellhaug with a chance to hit one in the gap and see a couple of Swensons run the base pass. Waitson looking for a good pitch to minimize the damage, just to 2 here in the top of the contest. 2 balls, no strikes here to Grant Spellhaug. Then it's Bryce Whipple, the junior designated hitter, would be due up next. Waitson, the 2-0. That'll miss for a ball. Now 3-0 as this one gets all the way to the backstop on a pass ball. It's now 3-0 in favor of the Vikings. So Jorgen Swenson comes in to score. Kylan goes to third, and Kindred-Richland continues to add on here in the bottom of the first inning. After a pass ball coming in to score is going to be Jorgen Swenson. So Grant Spellhaug now still with a hitter's count at 3 balls and 1 strike, but now you have a runner at third base here in Kylan Swenson. Waitson, the 3-1. This is going to be a line drive shot, and that's going to be into right field. Grant Spellhaug rounds first, and he's going to stay there. It's an RBI variety here for Grant. It's now 4-0 in favor of the Kindred-Richland Vikings. So Kylan Swenson comes in. Grant will be at first base, and we have a little meeting on the mound. 4-0 in favor of the Vikings, and we'll have a new pitcher here. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is coming up next on our Bank North scoreboard on your live event.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts, from edible bean equipment to air compressors and pressure washers. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their Ariat clothing selection at Emery Vistos Implement. Anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or go online to vistoimplement.com. That's vistoimplement.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Bottom of the first inning here, the Kindred-Richland Vikings have chased Cash Waitson out of this game. 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 4 runs, a walk, and a strikeout. 4 runs coming in, the 1 error came with opportunity with Kylan Swenson hitting one to third base, trying to get the second out, but he had to come off with the throwing error to Adargo, so Kylan was able to reach, and Spellhaug with the RBI. So you have Mason already coming in, Jeremiah coming in, and Jorgen and Kylan here for runs scored for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. So Carson Gruba will come on in relief, as Gruba and Waitson will just go from second to pitcher and pitcher to second, respectively. Here's the pitch. First pitch swinging. This one's going to be popped up. Glarum will have an opportunity on this one as he goes right down the fair foul line. 1 pitch in and out here with Bryce Whipple to retire the Vikings in this first inning. But the damage is done as they're able to score 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning off of 3 hits, as we mentioned, an error and a runner left on base. New score on our Bank North scoreboard, an inning complete here in Enderlin. It's 4-0 in favor of Kindred-Richland.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
So to the top of the second inning on our Bank North scoreboard, go to ibanknorth.com. That again is ibanknorth.com, member FDIC, and proud supporter of their communities for upcoming opportunities with iBank North and their location, including their location in Enderlin. This one is a strike to 8 in Glarem. So Glarem, Simbira, and Colton Iwan here, the 6, 7, and 8 batters due up to the plate. The pitch on the way. This is going to be fisted, and a chance for Jorgen Swenson. 2 pitches and 1 down here in the top of the second inning. That one running in on Glarem there. Cody Thompson now has an inning in the third as Jake Simbira, the sophomore right fielder, will step up here for the Enderlin Eagles. Enderlin able to be host of this 2023 Region 1 baseball tournament. This one going to be popped up and out of play. So for every game of the Region 1 baseball tournament has been played here in Enderlin, from the play-in game on Tuesday to 4 games on Thursday, and to feels like summer on a Saturday now here from Hendrickson Field. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one will miss for a ball. Now 1-1. This has that kind of, if you will, just hang outside kind of a day. You know, if you're doing yard work, it's okay to do it. If you just want to lounge out, play a couple of bags, do that. This one misses 2-1. Has that feeling of maybe a little of a bonfire weather later on in the evening is kind of how it has that feel. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Simbira, the right fielder. Going to be hit on the ground, and nice job by Thompson fielding his position. He'll go 1, 3, and 2 down here in the top of the second inning. So Iwan will come up to the plate now. And you're going to have Colton Iwan, the senior center fielder. And the rock and throw here from Thompson. Breaking ball, got him out front. This is going to be a tough play, though. Spellhog barehands it, tries to get him, and is he? Yes, he is out. Eric Olson calls him out at first base. How it was coming off the bat, you knew it was going to be a slow roller for Spellhog. Barehanded it and threw a cannon to Opgren to record Colton Iwan out here. 5-3 on the put-up. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the second on YourLiveEvent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here from Enderlin. It's the Region 1 baseball tournament here on YourLiveEvent.com, as you'll have Owen Hoyme, Mason Almaris, and Jack Wold stepping up to the plate. That'll be 9-1 and 2 batters here going up against Carson Gruba in the bottom of the second inning. Kindred-Richland 4 runs in the bottom of the first. Would love to add on to it right now. And then in the old adage in postseason baseball, play less is more, meaning if you have a chance to win in 5 or win in 6, do it, because you don't have to throw arms, throw pitches at the end of the day as well. But we're a ways away from that point. But with the start here for Kindred-Richland, that's got to be something they're definitely thinking. Owen Hoyme hits the deck almost on that one. It'll be 1-0 to the junior, a right fielder here. Hoyme and the Kindred-Richland Vikings have pitched Torgan Swenson-Wold, and also now we've seen Cody Thompson. Hoyme, more than likely, if they're able to win this game, see who Scott Milbrandt would possibly go with coming up against Northern Cass, and what would be an elimination game if they can hang on here against the Enderlin Eagles, as we're just in the bottom of the second. 2 balls, no strikes here for Gruba, and the pitch fouled back to the highway at 2-1. This particular region baseball tournament has been owned by Central Cass as of late, and even as a 3 seed, the Squirrels able to win 3 games to get to the Region 1 championship on Monday night. That one going to be in there for a strike. Now it's 2-2. So for Gruba, we'll see if he can find a similar spot in a location. Here's the pitch upcoming. This is going to be a line drive hit. There is going to be Simbira, and it's over his head in right field. Rounding second here is Owen Hoyme, as he's going to try to see if he can get in there for a triple, and it's a stand-up triple here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings and Owen Hoyme. And there's the baseball bingo card, our first triple here in Enderlin between Thursday and Saturday. So base knock here for Owen Hoyme as he's going to get the hit. So first time through the lineup, you have 4 hits for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, a pair of singles, a double, and a triple. And now Mason Almaris will step up to the plate as he starts things off with a base knock, as this is going to be blocked behind the plate by Wendell. Now it's going to be 1-0. So runner at third is Owen Hoyme. Good inside-out swing, and we've seen that from the Vikings here. The double was also an opposite field hit by Jeremiah Doctor, the lefty, going to left center field. This will be outside for a ball at 2-0. So for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, just looking to continue to climb onto this 4-0 lead and add another run or 2. We've seen that be paramount at particular times throughout this tournament. When you can add a run, do so. This one in there for a strike at 2-1. As you never know, if it's a 4-run game, if you can get the 5th run, then you take the grand slam out of it. You force them to really have to put a really good top half of an inning or bottom half of an inning together. Here's the 2-1 pitch upcoming. And this is going to be hit in the air. That's to right center field, and that's going to be a base knock. Mason Almaris goes from first. Now he's going to hustle for second base here, and he's in there. For the Kindred-Richland Vikings, they now take a 5-0 lead here, as Almaris has the RBI variety, and then the air will allow him to go to second base. As now it's the bottom of the second inning, and the Vikings have answered the bell again with a base knock and a hit. Coming in to score is Owen Hoyme, the 5th run of the game, and the Vikings again with a runner in scoring position. This will miss to Jack Wold. Wold 0 for 1 today with a ground out to the second baseman his last time up. And for Gruba right now, he will step back on the mound, looking to attack the strike zone here for the Eagles with the runner at second in Almaris. This one will run in and hit him. So a hit by pitch, runners at first and second. Jack Wold will take first base, the first free pass by Carson Gruba. So far looking for out number 1 here in the bottom of the second inning. The Kindred-Richland Vikings, the number 1 overall seed here of the Region 1 baseball tournament. Got knocked out by the number 5 seed Fargo. Oak Grove Grover is back on Thursday. So the top 2 seeds came into today needing to win 2 games to get to Monday, with Northern Cass the 2 seed and Kindred-Richland the 1. The Jags have won their game. The Vikings looking to add to it here. Is this going to be a foul ball with Jeremiah Doctor now 0-1. Batter number 4 here in the second as the Canadian Pacific Railway is making its way through the tracks here in Enderlin. And give it a moment or two, you'll see our center field cam rumble along with it. The cool thing about Enderlin, that center field camera about 15 feet away and about the eye level of a conductor on the rail line here as that comes and makes its way through here in Enderlin. So runners at first and second. Here's the pitch upcoming to Doctor. That'll be out of the zone now. 1 ball and 1 strike. Doctor with a double and a run scored so far here for the Vikings, with McDonald being the run scored. Here's the pitch upcoming. Bunting up the third base line. A perfectly executed bunt here for Jeremiah Doctor. Doctor did a really good job going with it, seeing that ball, really placing it up the line for an infield base knock here. So Maris will be at third base. Wold goes to second. Doctor will be courtesy run 4 as you'll have McDonald on for the courtesy runner on the single. So a second hit here for Jeremiah Doctor, and a well-executed bunt. You couldn't have done that any better at any level here for Jeremiah Doctor. Max Upgran, bases full of Vikings and nowhere to put him. Gruba right now in a pickle here in the bottom of the second with nobody out. The pitch, this will run in and hit him. And it's going to hit him right in the shoulder as well, that little elbow pad. So Maris will come in, Wold will take third base, McDonald to second, and Max Upgran, hit by a pitch, will go to first. So the second run will score for Mason Almaris. Well, for Max Upgran right now, he will stand at first base and wear a fastball running in at the elbow. And now all of a sudden, Jorgen Swenson will come up to the plate with bases full again here of Vikings. The pitch upcoming. That'll be in there for a strike at 0-1. Batter number 6 here of the inning for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. 2 runs across so far here in the bottom of the second. This one will miss out of the zone at 1-1. Jorgen Swenson was hit by a pitch, stole a base and a run scored in the first inning. Runner at third base is Wold. Doctor was courtesy run for McDonald. McDonald at second, and Upgrand again at first. The pitch. This will be out of the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Jorgen Swenson. Region 1 baseball tournament on yourliveevent.com. Region 1 softball tournament as well. We'll continue on Monday. The Region 1 softball tournament will wrap up on Tuesday. Baseball could wrap up on Monday or Tuesday, barring the outcomes of what happened early next week. Region 2 as well in Thompson for softball and baseball in Mayville on Monday and Tuesday. This one out of the zone, now at 3-1. So the eastern half of the state for Class B, we got you covered. And a reminder, the EDC softball tournament is next Friday and Saturday in West Fargo. We'll have those games for you here on yourliveevent.com as well. So a busy time of the year, but that's how we like it after having been cooped indoors for what felt like an eternity in April. Here's a 3-1 foul tipped into the glove of Wendell, now 3-2. Good pitch there by Gruba. And we'll see if we get that pitch coming up one more time here for Gruba. Bases full of Vikings. Gruba nowhere to put him. Still looking for out number 1 of the second. The pitch swung on and missed, and Gruba gets a large strikeout. Kylan Swenson will dig in, reach base on an error with a run score and a stolen base here for the Vikings. So Jorgen Swenson is retired via the strikeout. Gruba back-to-back really quality pitches to get the first out here of the second. This one fouled. Now it'll be 0-1. Just a gorgeous day looking down the left field line. Some fans brought their lawn chairs out, some blankets just hanging out, enjoying the sun and getting a little suntan in. As we have the 0-1 offering. This is going to be hit on a line, trying to be backhanded by Bartholomew. Gets it, gets the runner at second. Good job for Carson to keep with that ball in front of him. Wold will come in to score. McDonald goes to third. Opgren is retired at second, and Kylan Swenson reaches base on a fielder's choice but it will be a run driven in, and the run coming in to score here is Wool. That'll be his first run scored of the game. It's now 7-0 in favor of the Vikings. Here's the pitch upcoming. This will be in the dirt. Runner's going to go to second and Swenson, so it'll be stolen base. Grant Spellhog works ahead in the count 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch upcoming here from Gruba. That'll be in there for a strike. Runners in scoring position. Third is McDonald. At second is Swenson. That's Kylan. Here's the 1-1 offering on the way to Spellhaug. That'll be in there for a strike now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and two upcoming here for the Grant Spellhaug as Gruba looks in and the pitch. This one fouled back to the backstop. We'll keep it at 1-2. A single earlier for Grant Spellhaug to make it 4-0 with the run driven in the bottom half of the 4th inning, and he was able to shoot that one to right field doing so. Here's the pitch. Swung on and miss, and Gruba gets a couple of strikeouts to finish the Kindred Vikings off here in the 2nd inning. But the Vikings plate 3 runs on our Bank North scoreboard as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Enderlin coming to the plate here on your liveevent.com.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow in the new space and move forward with excellence.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Top of the 3rd inning on our Bank North scoreboard. Go to ibanknorth.com. It's values-based banking without ever slowing down. Proud member of their communities and member FDIC as well at Bank North. For the Enderlin Eagles, Braden Lemnis, Anthony Wendell, and Carson Gruba here due up for the Enderlin Eagles. Enderlin does have a couple of state titles to their name, as we'll get to that history in a moment here through the top of the 3rd inning. Soft toss there for Cody Thompson. Swung on and missed, now 0-1. Enderlin, back in 1950, won a state championship over Arthur. Not Northern Cass, that was just Arthur. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike at 0-2. 1990, 10-8 win over Macville and Tenna. And then 1997, Anita, excuse me. Then in 97, a 10-9 win over Velva here for the Enderlin Eagles. That one misses out of the zone at 1-2. So 3 state titles. Last state tournament appearance was 2019 when they went back-to-back here in Region 1. This is going to be hit on the ground. Thompson unable to get it, but it goes to the shortstop, Swenson. Jorgen, 6-3 to Upgrand to retire the leadoff batter here in the Enderlin Eagles in the 3rd. As Anthony Wendell steps up to the plate. Last time Enderlin made it to state when they were just by themselves in 2001, but when they co-opted again with Enderlin Maple Valley, called the Falcons. With Enderlin Maple Valley also for a while, co-opted in football. They were able to make state in, again, 2019. This one will be out for a ball to Wendell, now 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. Cody Thompson on for his 3rd inning of work again here for Kindred-Richland. The pitch. That'll miss out of the zone at 2-0. Contest that got underway at 4:06. Nearing that 45-minute mark here in Enderlin. Here's the 2-0 offering. Going to be hit on the ground, and Thompson this time able to backhand it. Go over to Opgran, 1-3 on the putout, and that's out number 2. Carson Gruba due up next. And some other history when it comes to the state baseball tournament. Drayton has won the most consecutive state Class B baseball tournaments all time in North Dakota. From 1958 to 1963, they were in every state championship game, 7 straight for Drayton at one point in the late 50s, early 60s, and they won 6 consecutive straight, as this one misses for a ball. Thompson trying to replicate that as they've played 5 of the last state championship games and the defending state champ for the Thompson Tommies out of Region 2. This one, and look out, this one will be popped up, and that would have been about 20 feet lower. Joey and I would have looked like fireworks scattering all over the place here. That'll be now 1-2. Thompson was the runner-up in 17, 18, and 19 to Parker Fordville Lincoln in the state title. This one going to be swung on and miss, and that'll be the strikeout to retire this side. 3 up and 3 down here for the Enderlin Eagles in the top of the 3rd inning. As we go to the bottom of the 3rd, the Vikings coming to the plate, up by 7.
Tomorrow is happening right now. Today, more than ever, the world needs safe, secure, sustainable, and affordable sources of energy. That's why Enbridge is advancing new technologies to reduce emissions, like carbon capture and hydrogen power. By putting in the work today, we're bridging to a cleaner energy future. Tomorrow is on. Enbridge. Life takes energy.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, Kindred-Richland and the Enderlin Eagles here on YourLiveEvent.com. It's the Region 2 baseball tournament here from Enderlin between the Eagles and the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Bottom of the 3rd inning here for Kindred-Richland, 8, 9, and 1 batters to up. Whipple, Hoyme, and Almaris here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Going up against Gruba. Gruba so far an inning and a 1/3 of work. 3 hits against 3 runs with a couple strikeouts and 2 walks as well. This is the Region 1 baseball tournament here from Hendrickson Field. As Whipple flew out his last time up to the left fielder in Glarum to end the bottom of the 1st inning. This one will be to the backstop for a ball at 1-0 if you're just joining us. Kindred-Richland plated 4 runs in the 1st inning, 3 runs in the 2nd. And now, all of a sudden, if they can add a couple more here, then you start talking about that mercy run rule through 4.5 innings. Here's the 1-0 pitch, as this will be out of the zone at 2-0. And again, sometimes you will see teams, whether it's baseball or softball, up by 8 or 9 in the 3rd or 4th inning, and you'll see stolen bases, you'll see hit and runs, and for some, you kind of wonder, well, what's the reasoning behind it? Part of the reasoning is if you can get to that 10th run, again, don't have to worry about wasting another arm, having someone go out there throw 20, 25 pitches, particularly on the baseball side. In softball, there is no particular limit on pitches thrown on a day or in a particular tournament compared to what we have on the baseball side. Here's the pitch. I'll be in there for a strike. Good-looking pitch by Gruba. And we've seen him locate that fastball at that knee level a couple times, particularly last half inning, pretty well for a couple of strikeouts. And that's what he'll look to do here, continue to find and wind here for the Eagles. This is going to be hit on the ground. A chance for Waits, and it takes a nice little quick hop. Waits, and what a play. as it kind of took a quick hop there for Wainson, and he had to boot, scoot, and boogie to get to that baseball. Yeah, there's a lot of B words on that one, and then able to throw it over 4-3 for the putout. My cameraman, Joey, just kind of looked at me like, all right, we get the Brooks and Dunn reference. We like 90s country music between Joey and I when we travel, but maybe that was a little much. Regardless, Owen Hoyme steps up to the plate. Hoyme with a triple and a run scored his last time up to open things up in the second inning. As this will be the opportunity here for the pitch. That will miss for a ball now at 1-0. We'll give you an update as well a little bit later on what the Region 2 tournament looks like for baseball and softball, and also what's going on across the state of North Dakota. Region 1 well ahead of schedule compared to other regions in the state. A lot of them are getting going on Monday in some capacity, or maybe that play-in game, or if they have only 5 teams in a region, that play-in game might be today and then they get ready to play on Monday. Here's the 1-1 opportunity from Carson Gruba. This is going to be a line drive shot to right. Simbira will see if he can get there. Instead, he can't. Rounding first, on his way to second is going to be Hoyme. Hoyme looking for another triple. Hoyme is going to come up there, and he's going to get a triple here, and then so it'll be a double, ground rule double here on the way. So a ground rule double as that one just went out of play. And in right field, there is an area where you can walk behind the fence. It's probably about, 5 to 10 feet at most. But if the ball does shoot down the right field line and go out of play in the fence, it's just, obviously, it's out of play. So it is a double, just as if the ball one-hopped over the fence in left or right field. So Hoyme was trying to get back-to-back triples. Instead, he'll have a triple and a double with one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Mason O'Maris, third time through for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. 2 singles today with 2 runs scored as well. The pitch will be in there for a strike. Now 0-1. But the region baseball tournament here in North Dakota, unfortunately on the eastern side of the state with those Canadian wildfires, we haven't had to really cancel or postpone too many sports as we've seen in the center or the western part of the state, as this is a foul ball. Giving chase there is a Dargo for a strike, now 0-2. Waitson at second base, Bartholomew at short, Lemnis at third with Wendell behind the plate. In the outfield, the right to left, Simbira, Iwan, and Glarum. Here's the 0-2 offering. That'll run in for a ball now at 1-2. Taking a look at the baseball tournaments, we will keep you apprised of what's going on. Mayport CG with a win over Hillsborough Central Valley, so the number 2 seed in the Region 2 baseball tournament moves on to another. This is going to be hit on the ground to the second baseman. Wadeson is there, able to go 4-3, so we've seen Cash make a couple of nice plays in the infield here for the Enderlin Eagles, and now there's 2 down. Productive out, though, that moves Hoyme to third, and now it's to Wold. But back to Region 2, you have the number 2 seed Mayport CG. They will await the winner of number 1 seed Thompson Hatton North, with that game going on yourliveevent.com with Dawson Peterson and Joe Lancello. Mayport CG will await that. Hillsborough Central Valley will play Larimore. Maple River will square up with the loser of Thompson and Hatton Northwood in a loser-out game. That'll be on Monday here on yourliveevent.com. So that's a look at Region 2 right now in high school baseball. Jack Wold today 0 for 1, hit by pitch with a run scored. He hits a fly ball. This one is going to go to right field. Simbira, it's going to be over Simbira. So Wold goes from first to third, first to second, that is. And it's an RBI double here for Jack Wold, making 8-0 in favor of Kindred-Richland as they've scored now in every inning. Wold with the extra base hit. That's the second double here of the inning for Kindred-Richland. And Wold with the RBI variety here will get his second run driven in of the game. Owen Hoyme able to score his second run here. And now it's 8-0 in favor of the Vikings. So the Vikings doing a nice job, able to continue the line moving here and try to get a little bit closer to that number 10. This one is popped up by Doctor, but that'll be out of play. Now 0-1. Doctor so far today a single and a double, as he's been able to been courtesy run for twice with McDonald, who does have a run scored for him in this one. Runner at second base is Jack Wold. Here's the pitch. Fouled again, now 0-2. Gruba trying to get the Enderlin Eagles bats to the top of the fourth inning, where they'll have the heart of the order in Waitson, Bartholomew, and Ardargo coming up to the plate in the top of the fourth inning. Enderlin and Central Cass put on an offensive show on Thursday with the amount of runs. Helped a little bit with some errors along the way, but still, when you 10-run rule a team, and Enderlin scored 7, Central Cass had to plate 17 runs in a high school baseball game, and they were able to do so as well in 5 innings of play. Here's the pitch. That'll miss for a ball, now 2-2. Our high school baseball coverage got underway 6 hours ago, almost right on schedule. 10:58, the very first pitch. So almost right at 6 hours on the dot, that is, here in Enderlin. Here's the 2-2 upcoming to Doctor. Already today with a opposite field double as well. Fouled it back, and Doctor doing a good job battling through here against Gruba on the mound in this at-bat. Almost picturesque here in Enderlin with the lights, with the cell tower, with the water tower, what we can see down the left field line, and the Kindred-Richland dugout. Enderlin dugout is up the first base line, and their normal dugout for the regular season as well. Here's the 2-2 offering. That'll miss. Doctor has worked the count full here against Gruba. On deck circle is Max Upgrant. Stay tuned as well once we get to our post-game show for a winning player we'll hear from. Part of our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game, and more all upcoming. Here's the pitch. This is going to be hit in the air. Bartholomew chasing it down, calling everybody off, and he dropped it. Rounding first, kind of holding there. We'll see if he can slide in safely to second. He does. Jeremiah Doctor able to get into scoring position. That'll be off of Bartholomew's glove, so an E6 upcoming here, and McDonald will come on here for Doctor. Coming in to score will be Wold. And now it's 9-0 in favor of the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Difficult play for Bartholomew, but he stopped, had the ball come in his glove, then it popped out, and tough one there for Bartholomew on that particular play. 9-0 though, as Wold comes in to score. And now you have Upgran due up. 6th batter here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Max with a hit by pitch and a strikeout so far today. This one goes all the way to the backstop. As going to third base will be McDonald. He takes his turn there. And for Upgrand, he'll work ahead in the count at 1-0. So for Max Upgrand here, run driven in with the hit by pitch when the bases were loaded, and struck out after working the count full against Wadeson back in the first inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll miss for a ball as well. Now 2-0. Jorgen Swenson due up next. 4 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second, and 2 runs so far here in the third inning for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Northern Cass awaits the winner of this game, and then we'll close out day number 2 here of Enderlin of the 2023 Region 1 Baseball Tournament. Here's the 2-0 offering upcoming. That one is going to be in there for a strike now at 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strikes on the way here to Max Opgren is Carson Gruba. When he's been able to locate that fastball, it's been a good pitch for him. We'll see if he can do it again. This one will run in, and for the second time, Upgren has been hit by a pitch with Gruba at the exact same spot as well as it come in and hit him on the elbow pad. So Upgren will take first base here. And now we'll have a pitching conference call here, and we'll see if Gruba's done here in this particular game with runners at first and third. And we'll see if the ball's going to be taken out. It is, and it looks like Oren Adargo will come on the mound. We'll take a quick break and Get through the defensive changes next on your liveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com. Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So for Carson Gruba here in this one, he goes 2 innings of work as he ends up giving up 5 hits, 3 runs. He is on the hook for the runners on base right now at the corners. You do have 2 strikeouts and 3 walks here in this one. So for the Enderlin Eagles, Adarga will go from first base to pitching. Gruba will go from pitcher to third base. Lemnis will come out of the game, and Brennan Bartholomew will enter the game and now play first base here for the Enderlin Eagles. This will run up and in on Jorgen Swenson. They throw the runner, and he's in there safely. Tom Perry says he's in at third base on the whip throw there by Wendell, now 1-0. The runner does at first base, and Max Opgrand able to go to second on the steal. So 1 ball and 1-0 upcoming here with runners in scoring position. And the pitch, that'll be all the way to the backstop. Coming down to score here, no problem about it. That's going to be in there. And that'll be a wild pitch. Now 2-0 coming in to score will be McDonald. So now we're officially at the Mercy Rule variety here. This is in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Going to third base is Opgrand. The pitch, that'll be in there for a strike at 2-1. Batter number 7 here of the inning for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, as they're looking to move on here unless we see a comeback from the Enderlin Eagles. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed by Swenson. Now 2-2. Between Kindred and Enderlin, not too far of a distance if you want to hit both the softball and baseball tournament up today from the Region 1 side. The 2-2 offering. Swung on and missed, and Adargo gets the strikeout. So he comes on, gets the K. The book is done now on Gruba, as he will officially, on this one, give up 6 runs in relief. 3 complete on our Bank North scoreboard. The Kindred-Richland Vikings scored 3 in the 3rd on yourliveevent.com.
Watch the 2023 North Dakota Shrine Bowl in conjunction with 3 Borders Sports Network in your live event on Saturday, June 24th in Mayville.
Deutsch, you look to the left, and a nice little screen over on the near side. Getting away is Nelson down inside the 20, and he might score. He does. Down inside the end zone. and it's a 37-yard touchdown.
The 11-man game kicks off at 4 with the 9-man game to follow at 7. It's the Shrine Bowl with Three Borders Sports Network and YourLiveEvent.com. Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Top of the 6th inning at softball between Kindred-Richland and the Hillsborough Central Valley Burros. It's 7-4 Kindred-Richland in the top of the 6th inning. Winner goes and plays the Central Cass Squirrels, but again, double elimination. So if you lose, you're not done yet. Just, again, you have to play 1 or 2 more games to get to where you want to go. This one in the dirt to Cash Waitson here. It's 1-0. Waitson so far today 0-for-1 with a pop-up to the shortstop in Jorgen Swenson. Here's the pitch. That'll miss in the dirt. Cody Thompson, 3 innings of work. He's 3 strikeouts and a walk against him. The Enderlin Eagles looking for their first hit here in the 4th inning against Thompson. The pitch. That'll come in and be a strike now at 2-1. 2-1 upcoming here to Cody Thompson. Here's the offering. Foul, and that one was close to the press box area here at 2-2. Great vantage point. You're about, 15 feet, 12 to 15 feet kind of up from the field here, but breaking ball will miss for a ball now 3-2. The problem is, both for the dugouts and for those in the press box here, it is a line drive. If you hit it in a certain way off of a breaking ball particularly, you could, be in danger. We saw the Grovers do that one time. Good looking at bat there by Waitson to climb to first base. Second walk of the game here, and now going to first base here will be Waitson for the Enderlin Eagles. So Enderlin down by 10 at this particular juncture. If they don't score in their next 6 outs between the 4th and the 5th, it would be a run rule. So they're looking to, 1, avoid that, and 2, climb back into this game. This would help. That's a hot smash down the third baseline. Carson Bartholomew rounds first. Waits and makes a big turn, but he stays there as the ball comes in from Kylan Swenson to Spellhaug, and probably the right play here from Cashton. He took a big third and put the brakes on. He's at second, Bartholomew at first, and there breaks the no-hitter. Now it's the pitcher, Owen Ordargo, will be at the plate with runners at first and second. He had a bases clearing 3 RBI double against the Squirrels on Thursday. Swung on and missed as Oren really swung through that one now 0-1. So the Enderlin Eagles, most batters they put to the plate was 5 in the first, then 3 up, 3 down in both the second and the third. This one will be and therefore strike at no balls and 2 strikes. 7 consecutive batters were retired by Cody Thompson before Waitson drew a walk. So far, the farthest base runner for Enderlin is at second base after Wendell reached on an E5. Here's the pitch. That'll be out of the zone now, 1-2. For the Enderlin Eagles here, heart of the order, Waitson, Bartholomew, Dargo, then Aiden Glarum here for Enderlin. Here's the 1-2 offering from Thompson. Swung on and missed, and Thompson gets the strikeout. Punch out number 4 here for Thompson on the mound. And now it's 1 down as you'll have Aiden Glarum, who popped out to the shortstop his last time up to open things up in the 2nd inning. So Glarum with bases here with a runner at first and second for the Eagles. Swung on, and this goes all the way, and it hits our home plate umpire, and that against Brent Engelbrenton, as he's going to have to wear that one a little bit. And that will be 0-1. Northern Cass waiting for this game to be officially final, then give it about a half hour from the contest being done to get going for our last game of the day. This one will run in and almost, yes it did. Did it hit him or did it check swing. Nope, they will look to see if it was a swing through the zone. It will be 1 ball and 1 strike. As the 2 cameras set up here from Hendrickson Field. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and miss. Now it's going to be 1-2. So 1-2 upcoming here to Enderlin. The pitch. This is going to be hit in the air. That's going to be to left center field way back, and that's going to be, oh, what a catch. A sliding catch here by Mason O'Maris. Oh, what a play. He's got a little grass stain to boot as well to show you he did it. Mason O'Maris flashing the leather for a web gem in left center field and takes an extra base hit away from Enderlin. Well, we've seen a really nice play by Spellhaug in the second, and you can't ask for anything more than a center fielder covering ground. 2 down now here with Jackson Bureau. That had extra bases written all over it. Swung on and missed. Here's the throw to second base. Getting back is going to be Wadeson here. Well, that was one of those where off the bat, and the wind again is coming in today here a little bit in Enderlin, so it can hang it up compared to what we've seen at times where it blows out to left center field. But with the wind coming in, maybe hung it up enough for O'Maris to get there, but he made one sensational play. This will be in the dirt, 1 hop to Doctor, 1-1. Jorgen Swenson at shortstop, Wold at second, up Grant at first. Hoyme at right with Kylan Swenson at left and Doctor behind the plate. This is going to be hit on the ground. Going to be a difficult play, barehanded. They're going to get him, though, however. Doctor to Upgrand to retire the side. Good-looking play there by Doctor, too, as the defensive play here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings on full display in the top of the 4th inning. So after a walk and a single, 3 up and 3 down after it, no runs here for the Eagles on your liveevent.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Cody Thompson, 51 pitches, thrown 4 innings of work, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. You could argue he could be our Enbridge Energy player of the game, how he's been able to pitch. I would also argue Owen Hoyme with a triple and a double, 2 runs scored could be that. Jack Wold has done well today, a run and 2 runs driven in with a run scored as well as this one will come in. There's another hit by pitch. So Kylan Swenson will scamper to first base here, and Adargo will have his first free pass as he has a strikeout and a walk so far in a 3rd inning of work. And for Adargo on the mound here as the Kindred-Richland Vikings with coming up to the plate here with Grant Spellhaug. 1 of 2 today with a run driven in. Here's a look at the runner in Kylan Swenson, and this is one where, again, Kylan could easily go to second, want to make sure, hey, you know what? Get that extra 11 or 12th run here to make sure if Enderlin does potentially hit a 2-run or a 3-run homer that you don't have to worry about that in the top of the 5th inning and keep the game going to the bottom of the 5th or even farther. So the chance to finish off the Eagles here is coming for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Grant Spellhaug, the pitch. Runner is going to go to second base, and there will be no throw. So Kylan Swenson now in scoring position here, and Grant Spellhaug will work with a 0-1 count. Seen some really nice plays here in the Region 1 baseball tournament, and also from what we saw a couple weeks ago at the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree, as this will get all the way to the backstop. As now you'll have the runner at third base here with Kylan Swenson on the YO pitch. But here just 3 weeks ago for the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree, which essentially became a preview of what this Region 1 baseball tournament would look like, as you're just trying to get games in between the activities directors and athletic directors. Talked it over, and they said, hey, here's the 1-1 pitch. If you're not in Region 1, we're asking you to leave. So like Hillsborough, Central Valley, Midway Minto, Hatton Northwood, Harvey Wells County was going to come down, Maple River, and they said, we got to get our region counter games in because we're running out of room. Here's a high grounder. Carson Bartholomew goes to Brennan Bartholomew, and it's not going to be in time. And now all of a sudden going around here could be Grant Spellhog, as that's a throw that goes all the way to the Kindred-Richland dugout. So that's going to be an error and allow Spellhog to go to second base on that one. And so for this particular one, Bryce Whipple will step up to the plate. So again, on the throw back to Adargo, Adargo just wasn't there, so it went all the way to the Kindred-Richland dugout. So coming in to score is going to be Kylan Swenson. He'll have his second run. This one's fouled, and it's popped up. Now it's going to be 0-1. So Carson Bartholomew gives it to Brennan, and then again, just the throw just came off a little bit of first. And now all of a sudden you'll have Adargo with a runner at second base. The pitch, foul back, now 0-2. So 11-0 in favor of the Kindred-Richland Vikings here on YourLiveEvent.com. Adargo looks back, and the pitch. Breaking ball, that'll miss at 1-2. Be a perfect day for a barbecue or a grill out. Watch little high school baseball on YourLiveEvent.com. This will be in the dirt and stay put there at 2-2. Also one of those days where you kind of look at it and just enjoy a Saturday outdoors, because we're about a month away from the daylight going in reverse once we get to June 21st and the 22nd. This one foul, tip to the backstop, and it will be 2-2. So with this particular result, again, if this stays put and Enderlin does not come back, Northern Cass and Kindred-Richland, the 1 and 2, would play against each other in a elimination game next. This is going to be hit in the air down the left field line, but slicing and hooking, I should say, foul. Have Slice on the mind with the potential of going out on the golf course, always trying to fix the slice. Never comes for any fruition, as then you play your slice and you hit it straight, which, go figure. Here's the offering on the way here to Bryce Whipple, the designated hitter looking for his first base knock of the game, and this one foul back. Really good at bat so far here for Bryce. Able to work the count a little bit, have opportunities here. And the 2-2 pitch. Going to be hit on the ground to the third baseman, Gruba. Gruba bobbles it, regains a nice backhanded play by Brennan Bartholomew. That was about a two-hopper, and Brennan was able to get there and make it for the out, for out number one. So 5-3, and now it's Owen Hoyme. Hoyme has a chance to add on to an impressive day so far as the number 9 batter at the plate. Kind of call these number 9 batters table setters so far here today, whether it's been Mason Bussey for a Central Cass. You look at what the opportunity with Chris Hoyland to do for Northern Cass, and now here for Kindred-Richland in Owen Hoyme, a double, a triple with 2 runs scored so far today, and now he's looking to drive in a run as well. 1 ball, no strikes on the way here. Adargo on the mound, looks back the runner and the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike at 1-1. So the Vikings have planted at least 1 run across so far in every inning. 4 in the first, 3 in the second, and the third one so far here in the fourth. Going to be hit on the ground to Carson Bartholomew at shortstop. Able to field that one. Goes to Brennan for the outs. So 6-3 on the putout. Now it's Mason Almaris. Mason, too, could be one of those, I would say, players of the game in terms of his play in center field, robbing an extra base hit away. A couple of singles, a 2-run scored, and a run driven in as well here for Mason Almaris. Just really for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, it's just been a really good game from a team standpoint from top to bottom. This will miss for a ball at 1-0 here as the senior center fielder will try to drive in a run from second base is Spellhaug. The pitch, runner, and the runner's going to go for Spellhaug, dive into third, and now he's going to be able to come in and try to come in and score here for Kindred-Richland, and he does. So we're going to get a throwing error. Coming in to score will be Grant Spellhaug. He'll come in. That'll be his first run scored of the game. That'll be the third error of the inning. It's now 12-0 in favor of the Kindred-Richland Vikings. So we mentioned trying to add on a run or two when you can, and they've been able to do so here. So Mason Almaris now with a 2-0 count upcoming. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That'll go to the backstop here. It's going to be now 3-0. The pitch, going to be a walk on the way for Mason Almaris. So Almaris able to reach base for the third time. It'll be there's the second walk for Adargo here, and now a runner at first base. And we'll have a quick conference call as Jack Wold will come on the mound here and talk it over with Adargo, as he will go back on the catcher spot and just give him some words of encouragement here and try to finish things off in the fourth inning. The Enderlin Eagles in the top of the fifth will send Iwin, Lemnis, and Wendell, 8, 9, and 1 batters to the plates. But they will need to at least score 3 runs to keep the game alive as the runner's in a break. And this is going to be a high fly ball hit to center field and to right center. And that's going to drop in front of Iwin and go to Simbira. Rounding, coming in to score is going to be Mason Almaris. And it's a base knock here for Jack Wold with the RBI. He gets his third run driven in. A base knock here. That'll be his second. And coming in to score is Mason Almaris. That's his third run here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. So a base knock as Jack Wold has been on board now 3 times. A single, a double with a hit by pitch. As Jeremiah Doctor, the senior catcher, will come up to the plate, and he's been able to reach base 3 times as well, an error, a single, and a double. The runner at first base is Wold. He's going to stay put there. 13-0 in favor of the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Wold with the RBI. As you look back, the runner, the pitch upcoming, popped up. We'll see if it's playable here, as it's going to be out of play, as we'll go just over the Kindred-Richland dugout. So now you'll have a 1-1 offering upcoming here with the 7th batter of the plate in the 4th inning here with Jeremiah Doctor, as the Enderlin Eagles right now trail by 13. They trailed wire to wire so far. The pitch, that'll miss out of the zone, now 2-1. Enderlin in the top of the first inning had a chance after a Spellhaug error. He had a runner at second and then a runner at first after Bartholomew was hit by a pitch and Adargo struck out. And then 4 runs come across in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the 2-1. That'll be in the dirt. Nice backstop there by Wendell, now 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike here with the senior catcher in Jeremiah Doctor, as the runner at first is Jack Wold, and it's the Region 1 baseball tournament here on YourLiveEvent.com from Enderlin. The pitch, that'll be a 5-pitch walk as Doctor will take first, and we'll see if he gets lifted here for McDonald another time to come on and courtesy run, and it looks like he will, as McDonald will come on yet again, so far with 2 runs scored. So McDonald will come out. Then at second base will be Jack Wool. Now Max Upgrand here. Been hit by a pitch, not once but twice, and that left elbow pad has really came in handy as he's been hit twice in the left elbow pad. Adargo, the third pitcher here for the Enderlin Eagles, looking for the final out here in the fourth inning. That'll be in there for a strike, now 0-1. So no balls and one strike here as Dargo will see this pitch. This one will be foul back now, 0-2. So Upgrand 0 for 1 today with a strikeout back in the first inning. That was a Wainson strikeout and a good-looking pitch at that when Cash was able to do that way back in the first in the 4 o'clock hour. Here's the offering. This is going to be hit on the ground, and that's going to one-hop Gruba at third, who does a really good job, almost like a goaltender, just not allow the puck to get by you. He just said, you know what, let's put the chicken wing up there and at least bat the ball down in some capacity. He's going to wear it, and he'll have a bruise come later tonight and tomorrow. But that's going to be a base knock there for Upgrand. So you'll have Wold at third base, Doctor at second, and now all of a sudden here, it's Jorgen Swenson, batter number 9, coming up here in this fourth inning. And Swenson, 0 for 2. He'll hit this one on the ground. Bartholomew is there. He bobbles it. Everybody moves up 90 feet. And now 14-0 in favor of Kindred-Richland. Jack Wold comes in to score. That'll be his third run of the day. McDonald goes to third base. Upgrand to second. And Jorgen Swenson on the E6 will scamper to first base. As right now for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, Kylan Swenson was going to come on, and I think they're going to have a pinch hitter here for Coach Scott Milbrandt. First pitch swinging on the way for Jorgen Swenson. And for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, we'll take a look at our lineup card here and see who Scott Milbrandt wants to bring out. As looks like it will be Stoppelworth, and that'll be Jack. So Stoppelworth here will come on here and pinch hit for Scott Milbrandt and the Kindred-Richland Vikings, as this would be batter number 10. And Stoppelworth just has to get his batting gloves here, make sure he's good to go. We'll hustle to the plate. So Stoppelworth will have a chance now with the bases full of Kindred-Richland Vikings here in the bottom of the fourth inning, as Adargo again is on the mound for the Enderlin Eagles. Here's the pitch. This will miss for a ball at 1-0. Then Grant Spellhaug is due up next for Kindred-Richland. Vikings just keep passing the baton one at a time here in Enderlin. Here's the 1-0 offering. This one is going to be hit on the ground up the third base line, and it'll be a foul ball at 1-1. Region 1 baseball tournament here on yourliveevent.com. Region 2 softball tournament just getting underway. Mayport, CG, and Larimore in Thompson. This will run in at the hands. Now it'll be 2-1. Hillsborough Central Valley and Kindred-Richland. We'll get to the conclusion of that one. Kindred-Richland wins it 7-5 over the Burros in Kindred. Here's the offering. That's one swung on and missed. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So for Sam Brandt and the Kindred-Richland Vikings, they're moving on after a win over HCV, as the Burros will play the Enderlin Eagles upcoming on Monday then in an elimination game, as this is missed. That makes the count full at 3-2. So the Region 1 softball tournament, Kindred-Richland Central Cass in the semifinals at 4. The winner of that game automatically is going to state, while the Burros will have to play Enderlin in a loser out game, and the same with Northern Cass against Hankinson Co-op. So Adargo looks in to Wendell. Runners go on the 3-2, and that'll be a walk. So Stoppelworth will get a run driven in. Jeremiah Doctor with McDonald's courtesy runner will come in. So McDonald scores his third run, Upgrand to third, and Jorgen Swenson goes to second. And now Stoppelworth is at first base with a walk. And for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, they will bring Grant Spellhaug here, coming up to the plate. So Spellhaug here with the single, a strikeout, and a reach base on an error with a run scored so far today. Batter number now 11 of the inning. The offering going to be hit on the ground as this goes to Waits, and then he bobbles it at second base, and you'll add another error and add another run. It's now 16-0 in favor of the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Coming in to score is going to be Max Upgrand here for his first run. Going to third base is Swenson, Stoppelworth at second, and now Spellhaug is on as error number 5 here of the inning for the Enderlin Eagles, as Bryce Whipple looking for that first base knock here. And he fouls it back now at 0-1. 2 groundouts and a flyout so far here for the junior designated hitter. Bases full of Vikings here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch, this one is fouled back now 0-2. 6 runs so far here in the bottom of the 4th inning as Kindred-Richland, if they can get 3 outs, stand in the top of the 5th without Enderlin scoring at this point. 7 runs, that'll be a fall, as there'll be a strike 3 looking to retire the side. But the Kindred-Richland Vikings put up 6 runs in the bottom of the 4th. The Eagles down to their final 3 outs when we return on YourLiveEvent.com.
One size does not fit all. As a small business employer, you have many great benefit options. Hello, Angela here with the IRE Insurance Benefits Connect team. We know shopping for employee insurance benefits can be a confusing and intimidating task for employers. Not to mention one more thing on your plate. Let IRE Insurance Benefits Connect guide you through the process. We take a unique approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more, go to ireinsurance.com.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here in Enderlin. It's the Region 1 baseball tournament on YourLiveEvent.com as we're nearing the end of this contest. Final 3 outs here for the Enderlin Eagles unless they're able to score 7 runs. As coming up to the plate will be Colton Iwan. As this will be missing. As we'll have runners for the Enderlin Eagles, and they will need a lot of them here in the top of the 5th, as this will be in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the offering. This one runs in and almost hits him. Cody Thompson, 4 innings of work so far, 54 pitches now. As you'll have a 1-1 count, a 2-1 count upcoming here. This is going to be hit in the air, and that's down for a base knock. So Colton Iwan does a good job with the second hit of the game here, going opposite field for the Enderlin Eagles. A game that's now over an hour and a half old here in Enderlin. Brandon Lemnis is due up here for the Eagles. So runner at first base again is Colton Iwan as he takes his lead from first. Here's the pitch. That'll miss low for a ball. Now 1-0. Then you have Anthony Wendell and Carson Gruba here due up for the Enderlin Eagles. The 1-0 pitch. This one is going to be popped up foul. As it will be 1 ball and 1 strike. Enderlin so far, as they have no runs on 2 hits. They've left 4 runners on base, and they've committed 7 errors. So this one swung on and missed, now 1-2. Well, for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, 16 runs so far on 10 hits. They've committed 1 error with, as this one is going to be hit, and that's a base knock here for Bartholomew. So Bartholomew, that'll be Brennan, will get a base knock here. Back-to-back singles here for the Enderlin Eagles. in the top of the fifth inning, as we'll have a coming on here for a courtesy runner here for the Enderlin Eagles. So Maverick Sandvig will be on now at first, as there's a foul here with Anthony Wendell. So again, Sandvig at first base, and second is going to be Iwin. Here's the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike at 0-2. Cody Thompson looking to finish this off here for a complete game through 5 for the Vikings. This one swung on. There's a strikeout. They throw it down to first, and getting back safely is Sandvik. It's now 1 down here in the top of the fifth inning. So the fifth strikeout here for Cody Thompson on the mound, as you'll have Carson Gruba. 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts. Here's Gruba. Here's the pitch. Check swing, but that'll be in there for a strike. Now 0-1. Then it's Cashton Waits in here. So far eliminated in this tournament, the Ball Stars, the Oaks Tornadoes, and right now the Enderlin Eagles look to be the next team. And then we'll have either Kindred-Richland or Northern Cass be eliminated before we bid adieu here from Hendrickson Field in Enderlin. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thompson looks in the pitch. Check swing. Did he go through the zone? They're going to appeal. And they're going to say it will be a strike now, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here. There's Thompson back on the mound for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and he gets his second straight strikeout. So the 6 strikeouts here for Thompson, as now it's up to Cashton Waitson to keep the line moving here for the Enderlin Eagles. After back-to-back singles with Iwin and Brendan Bartholomew, you'll have Waitson, who's 0 for 1 today with a walk, up at the plate. He'll see this one miss for a ball now at 1-0. Sandvik again, courtesy runner at first base here. The Enderlin Eagles down to their final out of the 2023 baseball season. Here's the offering. Foul tipped into the glove of Doctor, now 1-1. So you'll have now the pitch to Waitson. Swung on and miss. And that'll be a quick throw down to first base. And this will get by the first baseman here, as runners will move up on the air. It'll now be 1-2. So that'll be a throwing error here on the Kindred Vikings. It'll be their second error of the game. It'll be on the E2. And now you'll have runners at second and third base here. Gruba with a chance with runners in scoring position, looking for something up the middle potentially. This one is going to be popped up, breaking ball. Got Waitson out in front of it. Someone's going to call it. The third baseman does. Spellhog, and that'll retire the side here and the ball game at 5:43 on the pop-out in this contest. There were 2 hits, no runs, an error, and 2 runners left on bases. Thompson gets the complete game victory here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, who improved to 14-2 on the season. Waitson is going to pick up the losses. They finished their campaign at 2-13. So Kindred-Richland goes up against Northern Cass in about a half hour from now will be first pitch of that game. But when we return, we'll get to our post-game show coming up around the corner here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family-owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts, from edible bean equipment to air compressors and pressure washers. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their Ariat clothing selection at Emery Vistos Implement. Anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or go online to vistoimplement.com. That's vistoimplement.com.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, it's the Kindred-Richland Vikings and the Enderlin Eagles, as we'll come up here for Kindred-Richland and have an opportunity to pop on the headset here. And that is, again, going to be the winning pitcher here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. And one more time, that is Cody Thompson here as he picks up the win, able to go 5 innings for the complete game, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts here in this one for Cody Thompson, as the Kindred-Richland Vikings advance with a 16-0 win over the Enderlin Eagles here on YourLiveEvent.com. And Cody, will just move this behind you, and then before we let you go, make sure you grab a T-shirt behind you as well here for the player of the game. Congratulations first and foremost on the win, Cody. What did you just see out there early from you guys? I know you got in a little pickle there in the first inning, able to get the strikeout there with Adargo, and then from there 4 runs across in the first. What did you see from your team early in this one?
Yeah, we just kind of had to stay calm out there, and we knew that we had the opportunity to just keep going, and as long as we just stayed loose and kept working together, we could pull this off.
And a couple nice defensive plays as well. You got the bare hand there by Spellhaug at third base, and then you got the sliding play in left center field by Almaris. When you get that as a pitcher behind you, what's that like on the mound?
Yeah, it just feels good. Yeah, that your teammates behind you can just back you up, and it just keeps us calm up on the mound and knowing that our team can do the job.
And then you take a look at the number 9 batter, Owen Hoyme, a triple and a double as well. A couple runs scored up and down the lineup. Everybody was able to contribute in some ways, whether it's a quality out or getting on base. But let's talk about Owen here. What does he do, and what does he provide to this year's Kinder Vikings team?
Yeah, he's stepped up really here in the second half of the season, and you can always count on the bottom of the lineup, to get the top of the lineup going too. So it's really good that he puts in the work down there and gets the job done.
And speaking of the job done, there's still one more game to play here in about a half hour against Northern Cass. Final thing for you here, Cody. What's it just going to take for you guys? It's a really good matchup, obviously, you and the Jags. What's it going to take to try to get a win and get to Monday and play in that, opportunity to play in that final day or two of the region tournament?
We can't underestimate anyone here coming into the postseason, so we just got to keep strong and stay with each other and pull it through.
Hey, Cody, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations on the win, and best of luck in the next game.
Thank you.
He is, again, our Enbridge Energy player of the game, Cody Thompson, able to pick up the win with 5 innings here on the mound for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Quick break. We'll name you our Arctic Enterprises feature precision play the game next here in Enderlin.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
As we come back here through 5 again, the Kindred-Richland Vikings pick up the win, and the Enbridge Energy players, this one we just heard from Cody Thompson, as they got to get ready for their next contest here. But Cody Thompson, part of our Enbridge Energy players of the game, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 0 runs here in this one for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. And you can add on to it just a really nice play at particular times with Mason Almaris as well, Owen Hoyme, whether it was defensive plays or offense here today for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. They were in rhythm right from the jump here against the Enderlin Eagles. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Enbridge Energy for life. Go to Enbridge.com. From there, Arctic Enterprises feature precision play of the games, and it's 2 defensive plays that we talked with Cody Thompson. The first one ended the second inning, a great barehanded play. Colton Iwin jammed off an inner fastball, then hit it up the third base line, and Spellhaug, all that he had to do with it was have to barehand it and throw a Pita Upgrand, and he did it in time to retire Colton Iwin. Then in the contest in the top of the fourth inning. You had runners at first and second with Bartholomew and Wainson. Aiden Glarum hit one into left center field, and it looked like it was going to drop up. Mason Almaris with a diving play in left center field. Those two plays are RDK Enterprises feature precision plays of the game. In this one, RDK Enterprises with locations in Hillsborough and Drayton. For precision planting updates, information, questions, contact RDK Enterprises, as they're here to help you and have a safe spring in the fields and on the roadway. So a final again here in this one, 16-0 Kindred-Richland over the Enderlin Eagles. Mason O'Maris was able to get 3 runs across and a couple of hits. Wold 2 hits with 3 runs as well. Jeremiah Doctor able to reach base all 4 times. He went 3 for 4 with a walk, single, and double, and McDonald scored 3 runs on the courtesy runner. Max Upgran went 1 of 2 with a run scored, a single, and a run driven in. Jorgen Swenson today with a run scored as well. Kylan Swenson was able to get on base 3 times on a fielder's choice, an error, and a hit by pitch. Stoppelworth was able to reach base on a walk. Grant Spellhaug here in this one, 1 of 4 with a run scored. Bryce Whipple goes 0 for 4, and Owen Hoyme with a double, triple, and 2 runs scored here today for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. For the Enderlin Eagles, Anthony Wendell in this one, 0 for 3. Gruba the same. Wainson goes 0 for 2 with a walk. Bartholomew hit by a pitch and a single. Adargo goes 0 for 2. Aiden Glarum 0 for 2. Same with Simbira. Colton Iwin with a single, and then you had in this one, Brandon Lemnis goes 0 for 1, and Brennan Bartholomew comes on for a single in the 5th inning. The Enderlin Eagles finish the season 2-13, while for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, they'll move on in about 20-25 minutes or so. They will play Northern Cass in a final elimination game here today from Enderlin. That does it for game number 3 of 4 here from Hendrickson Field. Join us here later tonight on yourliveevent.com as we'll get you set for Northern Cass and the Vikings here from Enderlin.